let's get into actual basketball because that's what we really want to talk about. Which the final game of round one happened last week while we were on air. So just a quick cover of that. Lynx beat the Mercury 101-88. Tvshka Collier ties the WNBA postseason record for points in a single game with 42 points. Collier becomes the first player with 35-plus points in consecutive games in WNBA postseason history. DT got a standing ovation as she left the court, so let's watch that. She deserves it. And this isn't even her home court. This is Target Center there in this. And this tweet cracked me up about TT. Many people wondering if tonight is Diana Taurasi's last basketball game, as if she isn't going to be wearing shorts to her ankles and a pair of Nikes at your local park for the next 27 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But going to now the semifinals games, we got Aces versus Liberty. Liberty win 87-77 in game one. New York started the game really well and were the better team in the first half. Kelsey Plum had a great third quarter and had all the Aces points for the majority of that quarter and was able to close the gap, but New York was ultimately able to get the dub. Broken record with Sabrina, but her threes just even shooting from the logo. Let's watch because she's just amazing.
Made such a world of difference for them, especially in this matchup. Ionescu!
So good. So good. But Stewie dropped 34 points in the game. We could take it down, Josh. Yeah, Stewie dropped 34 points.
We don't want to watch that shit.
Yeah. Sabrina, 21. Jonquel Jones had a 13-point, 13-rebound double-double. Asia, 21. Kelsey Plum, 24. The funny part of this game that had me cracking up is Spike Lee was at the game. He was doing Spike Lee stuff and going crazy. And then even him and Kelsey Plum got into it for a little bit. So let's watch that.
Stories about Fred and Ted, the big and little dog. And she said it's not about the size of the dog, it's about the heart. And she pounded her chest very strongly. So as Kelsey's request.
Yeah. And didn't she say after the game, like they asked her about it, she's like, we were having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, NBA, WNBA, I mean, everybody loves Spike on the sidelines. I mean,
right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he just kind of gets it amped up a little bit. I mean, he's been one of the more notable, like, super fans.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to New York sports, Spike's going to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Liberty then go on to win game two, leading the series 2-0, 88-84. This was a back-and-forth game, as you would expect. New York played better in the paint than Las Vegas and made the most of Vegas's turnovers. There was a moment in the game that Becky called 2 timeouts, one right after the other, because like New York was just getting layups in, and they were not playing. Vegas was not playing good D, and you could hear Becky's like, you don't even have to be a lip reader to hear her go, "What the fuck?" To her players. The ending was excited with missed free throws on both sides of the court, and the last 10, 11 seconds of the game took a while to play out, as you know they do in playoff basketball. So I wrote down pretty much these are the last 11 seconds of the game. Vegas was down 2 points with 11 seconds on the clock, inbounding the ball, and the ball ends up out of bounds from a play between Plum and Phoebish. Originally called off of Phoebish, Ace's ball, but New York challenges and wins the challenge, so now it's New York's ball. Aces fouls Sabrina, and she makes both free throws with 8.9 seconds on the clock. Asia hits a floater for 2 points, bringing it back to a 2-point game, and then New York take a timeout. New York inbound, and Stewie is fouled with 5 seconds on the clock and makes it a 4-point game, hitting her free throws. And then Jackie Young misses her 3 points, and New York win. So crazy into it. Next game is a must-win for Las Vegas on Friday. So thoughts of the New York Liberty versus Las Vegas Aces. I know Josh and I have said that we think it's going to be New York. Tvshka has said that he thinks it's going to be Aces. Aces are now in a must-win game. Do you think they're going to win these next 3 in a row, Tvshka?
Yeah.
That's why you picked them.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Nostradamus, man. I've been perfect on these brackets, baby. Like, what's going to change now?
Everything.
I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. Fucking New York. Okay. Now I really don't like New York, and I'm definitely not going to like him in baseball. Yeah, I mean, I have all the faith in Kelsey and the girls, but it's not looking great. But hey, sometimes whenever your back is against the wall and you're facing the most adversity, that is when greatness shines the most. So let's go, girls. Daddy needs to win some monies. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't bet any money, but let's just go. Let's get this done. Let's knock it out. Let's move on to the next, because I'm pretty sure I lost the other games too. My bracket's probably not looking great.
We'll go on to Suns versus Lynx. Suns win 73-70 in Game 1 in Minnesota, so they went away. Alyssa Thomas was 1 assist away from a triple-double with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Dewana Bonner also got a double-double with 10 points, 11 rebounds. Dejanay was 1 rebound away from a double-double with 13 points. And Marina Mabry got 20 points and had this ridiculous logo 3. We're just showing logo 3s tonight. Let's watch this.
And the ball. Up in the air, Thomas not expecting the pass. Now the shot, they need one from Mabry. Come on! Are you kidding me? Marina Mabry.
Mabry is fitting so...
another Mabry that doesn't have an E in his name.
Mabry's fitting so well with the Suns, and this was a great trade for the Suns. Terrible trade for the Chicago Sky. Wonderful trade for the Connecticut Suns. And then also the Connecticut Suns, they're teaching people what 3 to the dome is. Some people didn't know what 3 to the dome was. They thought that it meant something else. But now I hope people know what 3 to the dome is.
It's been around since like 2010.
Right? Yeah. People thought that they were making fun of scratching someone's eye out. That's not what that was. But
No.
Yeah. We don't need to get into it.
No.
But
Idiotas.
Tvshka Collier in that game was 1 rebound away from a double-double with 18 points. Then Lynx go on to win Game 2, so now the series is tied 1-1. They win 77-70. This game started off with both teams not shooting well in the first quarter, and they both kind of slowly got into the game. Even though it was a slow start for both teams, it was a physical game, and it kind of just was going a little back and forth between the two. Tvshka Collier was 1 point away from a double-double with 12 rebounds, and that's pretty much the most surprising stat, because we go back, she got 35-plus points in 2 consecutive postseason games, and then now these 2 next games not shooting as much, and she's the best player for the Lynx. So Connecticut was really able to guard her well and keep her from shooting. And if they find a way to continue to do that this series, I kind of think the Suns might have it. Alyssa Thomas, she had an 18-point, 10-rebound double-double. Josh, throwing over to you. Your thoughts, Suns versus Lynx, and what do you think the final is going to be?
Well, I'm going to go with what I predicted, which is the Lynx and the Liberty playing against each other. But I figured the Suns and the Lynx were going to be like this, which is just back and forth. I expect the Aces to win the next game. They're just way too good to not. Especially they're going back to Las Vegas for this next game, correct? So I expect them to at least win 1 because they're at home. But I just, like you just saw it, like it came down to the wire in that game too. But the Liberty's they're just that notch above. It's like you can throw the best punch you can at them, but they're just that squad that's going to do that. Whereas Minnesota, I just like their squad a whole lot, but I know Connecticut's not going to go down without a fight. So I expect that to go to full series, where this one, the Aces will win at least 1, but then that's it.
Yeah, I think New York Aces. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. And then
They're
I think
ladies.
the ladies sweep. I think Suns got it, but I agree with you. I think it's going to go all the way to Game 5.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts, Tvshka?
Look, the Suns been around forever. Lynx are just recent to this beautiful existence, and they will be short-lived as well on the court. And Josh, the only logo shots you're taking are Guinness-branded glasses. Okay, so
I don't like
act
Guinness, so
like
you're
you're
wrong on
throwing
that.
anything up. Like
You're wrong on that. I don't like Guinness.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's gonna be a good game. I mean, DT, come on.
Yeah.
You know, we saw the love that she was getting, and but even though she doesn't maybe not show that love on the court because she is disrespectful in how good she is. But yeah, the rest of the team though, you know, I still got them. It's 1-1. Odds are still good. I don't know what the home advantage or home court situation is for these rounds now, right? Because it's best of 5 or is it 7? Yeah, 5.
So the first 2 games were the higher seeds. So for Aces versus Liberty, game 1 and 2 was in New York. Game 3 and 4 would be in Vegas, and game 5 would be back in New York. So for Suns versus Lynx, first 2 games were in Minnesota. They tied one apiece there. Then the next 2 games are in Connecticut. And then the last game, if they go to game 5, will be back in Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's all I have for basketball.